Now I'd like to bring up Curry County Commissioner Court Boice. Say a few words.
Supervisor George was here yesterday and he wasn't happy. We all took about 2 or 3 days. The exchange between I welcomed every team here of the 2-week groups, 8 and now 9. And so I was having a pretty good morning, getting a little rest Sunday. And I thought, I'm going to go down. And the wind was really kicking up. I mean, it felt like 40-mile gusts. And so I'm going to go down and welcome you. And I think the exchange was a little bit something there that happened in those 2 days. And short and sweet, I'm going to be watching this right here. I can't tell you how intense this is and how the great responsibility is. Boy, we get this right. The Georgia team, I was telling Eric this morning, a reminder that they did 3 burnings that were pretty questionable. Not questionable, but they put a tremendous amount of assessment in. All 3 of those burnings worked well. We were all extremely nervous, but it worked. And it great, different spots here. And the bottom line is it gives us some good lines that blocked it from coming west. So when we talk about a burning right here, I'm going to be involved in that, and I want to know what the risks are. And Jeremy Dumeyer, all of us will be watching that incredibly, really very, very close. The other thing I want to mention is these spot fires. I think they have those reasonably, not necessarily contained, but I think we're in pretty good shape there. But my concern is if we don't battle those with everything we have, what could go north? If you don't mind me saying, I don't know when it would stop. So we're just going to be really involved in that. And, I know everybody in Curry County, a lot of people are really hurting, processing what's happened the last 2 years. And so, we can all remember when the fire was right here. It started right here, the granite, and then merging with the Taylor fire. How sacred this area is to us. It's our backyard, Josephine County too. So when we welcome a new team, we think it's going to be the last team. And I think that's where we are this go around. Thank you for your time. The cooperation that District Supervisor mentioned, TrueLock, it has been tremendous to see. And I'm really proud of that, and of course grateful. And it's the new norm for the future. But hopefully we're going to get 10 or 15 years where we don't deal with this. And there's some new policies and some new efforts that are going to change that. And I promise you, I'm right in the middle of that. Very best of my ability. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody from Agnes. Thank you for being here in Gold Beach. And we have fog on the beach. You don't see that in Agnes, right? So it's kind of cold, so everybody's got their sweatshirts on. So I'm going to talk a little bit about values at risk. And really what I want to talk to you, I want to talk to the people of this community that has sacrificed to this point and are now staying in Gold Beach, that we take that very seriously, and we'll get you back as soon as we possibly can. We take the protection of your resource up there, your property, your livelihood seriously, and that's the value of risk that we're talking about here today. Sunday, when this started falling apart, I got a text a little bit before 6 in the evening, and by 9 o'clock we were engaged in your community with structural resources, and some of my engines have been up in your community since the beginning of this. So we didn't want to enact this plan. This is a plan that we've had in our toolbox since about July 27th when we started working in your community. And unfortunately, it came down to a weather event in the fall. It's not an uncommon event. We've been here long enough to know the east winds blow. And we also are humble enough as professionals to know that we cannot mess with Mother Nature. When Mother Nature does that, it's going to happen. And the important thing to do now is to salvage what we have and to maintain what we have and to work together at Fire Marshal's office with the interagency team that's here, with the forest and all the communities to make sure that we get out of this in the best shape we possibly can. That's what we're going to do. And you listened to Chris talk on the ops side, a great ops report, by the way, and I appreciate all the work. And we have people embedded up there helping Chris get this all done. And so we're not going to burn along Oak Flat. We're not burning along the 33 road. We're not going up there camp and putting fire because there's some fire shafts across it. We're going in and they're lining each one of these spots and they're doing it the old-fashioned way, which is what we need to do at this point. We've seen enough fire this summer. It's a matter of principle at this point. We're going to put the damn thing out so we can all get back to our normal lives. So that's where we're at right now. I anticipate this going on until probably Saturday. The weather's going to be fine. It's nice fall weather. We didn't have a fire in our backyard. We'd be out raking leaves and doing things. But that's not the case. We're here to help, and we will not let our guard down until this is done. So we'll stay engaged, and we'll move forward. We'll be here with you guys. I'm heading to Agnes as soon as we get done here to check in with the ground people and making sure that everything's going the way we want it to go. So thanks for being with us. We'll get you back in your Agnes community soon. I don't like this Gold Beach fog either. I lived here for 11 years. And I didn't like it any better than you guys do. So, all right, thanks for all your help.